Yes, we're gonna give y'all some poetry real quick.
Hello. Okay.
There's some seats right here if you want to slide over before she gets started. Can we get some snaps? Snap, 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 snap.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, Sugarfoot baby.
Right. So I'm going to do something a little differently today because I like to do that. I think I'm going to read an erotic poem. So let's get ready. I am going to ask for a little participation, and the only thing that is to close your eyes if you feel comfortable. All right. So this is titled "Only a Blink Away."
Get your hat on my
I closed my eyes and pictured you, not as mine, but not as hers either. You were this room, less like an occupied space and more like a safe one. I could say that I wanted to explore your walls, but it was more about tearing them down. We could finally exist, but only in this darkness. Does it count if no one else can see it? Our minds didn't have to be in the gutter because our bodies were about to be. I'm not sure if it was the cologne or the thought of you that left me in a puddle only your tongue could clean up, but I do know that my insides tried to grip where you should have been. Are you my new drug? I think of your name and my legs spread apart, almost as if a reflex of my lips knowing who they belong to. I never want to stop moving for you. Like a puppeteer, you control all the strings, and I will stop at nothing until, oh boy, this becomes real. I opened my eyes. Is it possible to be addicted to something you've never had? And as our eyes locked, I wondered if you also saw all that we could be every time you blinked.
And y'all know every time y'all add a clap, we got to re-snap. So go ahead and snap it on up for her.
Thank you, thank you.
Y'all gonna keep snapping. I'll just play. She got another one. You got another
I
one?
have one more, yes. Okay. So I usually don't do too much talking, but I'm going to do a little bit because this will be my last open mic before I move. And so I wanted to shout out Fabric Lab and Kiki and the Pull Up and Vibe. This is a full circle moment for me. When I moved in 2021, this was my first ever open mic. So this will be my last one. And so I wanted to end with one I've only performed once. And it's really like a reassurance poem for me. So a little bit of a switch up. And it is titled I Used to. I used to think my poetry could only look one way. That as I sat and typed my thoughts that no one would consider this art form, but yet more brainstorm. To put down what comes to mind. I used to think I wasn't good enough for your attention or your snaps. That what resonated with people didn't resonate in me. I used to consider myself imposter, but my only syndrome turned out to be a list of hypochondriac symptoms, and I have been misdiagnosed since. The only person I was deceiving was myself, speaking uncertainty and self-doubt into my creativity, and wondering why I've had writer's block ever since. I used to believe I only had one story to tell, of heartbreak and love, and how I thought those were the only things part of being lost and found. I used to think my writing a maze, with multiple dead ends. I had convinced myself that my passion only had one way out. As my thoughts started to outnumber my decisions, I stopped thinking, because it is my brain's job to what if, but my heart's desire to what now. I used to think, But now, I know. I know the power of my tongue and the undeniable purpose to create spaces in these words, to magnify my voice and demand you feel me. I no longer just think, I do, and my poetry has written itself since.